Boom. Hope everybody out there is taking care of yourself in today's beautiful reality. Today, guys, have not been back in front of the camera in a little bit. We're back to being consistent out here. Okay. Today's topic, in reaching your desired reality, okay, especially when roadblocks present themselves, is to keep it simple. And when I first returned from my 6-month time of solo travel, one of the biggest lessons that I felt I received on that journey was to slow it down. Slow it down. And when circumstances present themselves in your life that leads you to sort of have this woe is me, sort of have this mentality that keeps you low, when things don't go the way you thought they were gonna go. I'm speaking to you right now, for those of you out there who may be in circumstances that lead you to fall into these traps, to fall into these ways of thinking. Now, if your circumstances allow you to be in a place, in a frequency where you can be relaxed, and this is easy to do, guys. This is a literal hack of the universe. If you can put yourself in a relaxed state through the breath, through walking in nature, through anything that you like to do, okay? Limit the scrolling, limit the dopamine exposure, and just be. Because when things in your reality look like they may be going wrong, there may be roadblocks, there may be things that are being presented to you to make you believe that you are receiving bad circumstances, okay? The reason why this video topic came up to me, and shout out all the mate drinkers out there, we are sipping today. But the reason why this video topic came to me, guys, is because in my own life right now, seemingly, from the outside perspective, there has been a few roadblocks. There has been a few things in my life where I thought my transition back to traveling the world for 6 months was going to be seamless. And the circumstances that I've received are that certain doors that I thought were going to be open in terms of career, in terms of school, in terms of certain things, are closed. Those doors are closed. Those things that I thought were going to be simple are closed. Now, this isn't a reflection of my frequency. When doors are closed for you, when things are presented to you that from the outside perspective, you might think that this is bad. You thought you had it all figured out. You thought your life was going to go down some perfect little path. You may realize later on that that was the perfect reroute for you. And it sounds cheesy, it sounds a little cliche to say when one door closes, another door opens. But this is what is on my heart today. This is what is speaking to me today. Because when you let the reaction come, when you let the reaction of having that door closed, realize that that is an emotional reaction, that is an emotionally charged reaction. You were emotionally dependent on seeing your reality change. Realize that when you are emotionally dependent on seeing things change, let's say you're in a circumstance where, like me, you're trying to figure out the next step, whether that's career, whether that is school. What does it look like for you to see the things that you want to see come into your life? Are you emotionally dependent on seeing it change? Are you going to hold a real frequency of this has to happen exactly this way, otherwise I'm going to be devastated. And these emotions don't even necessarily have to be as powerful as devastated, but they could just be anger. They could just be disappointment. They could just be something simple, something light. If something goes the wrong way, the wrong way that you thought it wasn't supposed to happen that way, realize that this is the perfect reroute to your true desired reality. And if you let these seeming roadblocks throw you off to a frequency or a place or an old state that you had an inherent belief that maybe you weren't good enough to receive a blessing. Maybe you weren't good enough to receive love. Are you emotionally dependent on that relationship working? Ask yourself these questions when things start to go wrong. Because when you bring yourself back to a leveled state, to a state where you truly in all the cells within are complete. Because when you pull it back and when you stop thinking future, 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 when you stop thinking past, 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 and when you stop thinking about all the things in the past that maybe like your reality showed you, the circumstances, this outside world showed you that you didn't deserve something, or you weren't qualified for something, or you didn't deserve love. Inherently, it was something within you that was telling you that you didn't deserve those things. I'm not here to tell you to be some cold-hearted, emotionally numb person who never has a reaction. But when these do flare up and when you do feel this, because full transparency, I felt it last night. I was thinking, wow, I thought I had a direction. I thought I had a real plan. I thought the stars were aligning and I sort of saw where my world was heading. The universe had different plans for me. The reality is that if you let that hinge your whole reality, if you let that feeling come of like, this has to work, this has to work, I want this to work so bad. Not to say you shouldn't go after things, you shouldn't put yourself out there to try to make your life happen for you. But what I want to say is that there's a certain feeling within that will tell you if a path is correct. And I felt this yesterday. I was going to meet a professor about funding for research in my field. And through emails that we'd had with each other, I got the sense that there was money on the table for me to do the things that I wanted to do, and get funded. Well, the reality is there was no money. I had emotionally put a charge on this thing working because it seemed so obvious. It seemed like something that was the perfect thing for me. But when I went in to go to the meeting and I was waiting to go have the meeting, it was a feeling within that I knew this thing was not for me. This thing was not right. And I was playing small by trying to go back to that place. I was playing small. And my destiny does not look like that with the frequency that I'm at. So realize that your frequency moved you out of those circumstances to save you for a good reason. And this totally can translate to anything. You might be devastated that you got cheated on, broken up with, you got fired from a job, you got some terrible circumstance that came along. This reality, You should not put so much emotional charge on this outside game. The emotional charge should be put within. The emotional charge should be within you to understand that your internal is going to reflect what happens on the outside. So when your frequency leads you down a path to you start to play small and you want to play it safe, or you want to do some certain job that you know you're better than, you know within you could do something more, you could do something better, that you really care about, that you're really passionate about, guess what? Your frequency may reroute you just to show you that you need to be authentic and that you yourself know that you can't play small anymore. Know within your heart of hearts and every cell in your body that you cannot play small anymore. We don't have that much time here. You could be gone in the blink of an eye. You did not come to this game and this world to play small. You did not come here to be quiet. You did not come here to fall in line and be like everybody else. Now, if in your heart of hearts you feel like that's your destiny, you feel like you want to be like everybody else, you feel like you want to fall in line, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. But if you've listened up until this point, there's something within you that's resonating with this message. There's something within you, there's some circumstance, something on your heart right now that you know you could be better. You know you could reach further. And when you operate from a place of knowing, while simultaneously not letting an emotional charge dictate how you feel about a certain circumstance, watch how the world opens the doors for you. And watch how in the process there will be doors closed that you know within your heart you weren't supposed to be there. You might trick yourself into thinking, play small, play it safe, play little. But you know deep down that it's not you. That was never you. This is your powerful reminder right here. This is your powerful reminder that you know that's not you. You know it. Really, this whole game is entirely feeling, and you need to be operating from this place. Now, falling into the hippy-dippy world of like, oh, it's all feeling, so I'm just going to sit around at home and feel something so that certain doors will open up. Well, you know, there needs to be some physical action. But it's very, very true that the universe opens doors and responds to feeling and frequency. So, all in all, guys, I'm going to try to be much more consistent with these videos. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment down below. Help me with the algorithm. You know how this thing goes on YouTube, man. We need more people to hear this type of knowledge, because I really do believe there's an awakening happening in front of our very eyes. And there's going to be something within the next 5 years that just drops a bomb on people. Not literally, but a new understanding, a new awakening within the cells and minds of all people that to understand this sort of thing. Know that the YouTube algorithm, these frequency videos get sent to people on the frequency. The YouTube algorithm is really good for reaching. So leave a comment down below if this message resonated with you guys, and hopefully this message finds the right ears. Peace.